Well, stay with us because coming up, the ball is in Russia's court on a ceasefire in Ukraine. Well, that's what we've heard. I'll ask French filmmaker and philosopher Bernard-Henri Lévy for his thoughts on the likelihood of peace. Let's return to that potential breakthrough after talks between the US and Ukraine. French philosopher and filmmaker Bernard-Henri Lévy has been vocal in his support for Kiev since the annexation of Crimea in 2014. He's repeatedly described the conflict as a battle for the future of Europe. Turns out he was right, and we can speak to Bernard-Henri now. Thank you so much for joining us, as always, on the programme. You have done, as I said, years of work in Ukraine. You were most recently there just in the last couple of weeks. If you could just give me your assessment on how you think things are currently developing.
Yes, I've been there not last week, last days. I'm just back from Pokrovsk on the front line. And what is happening today is, of course, important. But in a way, it is no real news. Ukraine has always been in favor of peace. Ukraine has always been pro-peace. Let's see now if Vladimir Putin changed mind and is also willing for peace. This is the next step. This is the important step.
What do you think the Russians will do? Because on the one hand, the Ukrainians are skeptical. We saw that blow up in the Oval Office where President Zelensky was saying, look, we need security guarantees because what we've seen from the Russians in the past, whether it's Minsk 1 or 2, they have defied these ceasefires before.
Absolutely. A ceasefire, again, is not big news. We had the ceasefires after Minsk 1, Minsk 2. Ukrainians are accustomed to ceasefires which have been violated again and again. So what is needed is much more than that. It is solid guarantees of peace. It is return of the kids. Don't forget that there is 19,000 girls and boys who have been kidnapped, who are in Russian territory, if they are still alive. And this should be a precondition. Bring the children back. That is the first thing. We'll see. We'll see. I do hope with all my heart. Again, I was with the defenders of Ukraine a few days ago. It is heartbreaking. All these women and men fighting so bravely, losing their life, so many crippled people. Peace would be a dream. It is a dream of Ukrainians. Let's hope it happens. The good news today, Yalda, is the real good news is that there is a photo of Andrei Yermak, the main companion of Zelensky, and Michael Waltz. The good news is that America and Ukraine are coming together again. This is good news. The good news is that military aid is restored without any condition. This is, for me, the best. And the world is going back to sort of normality after this scandal, this shame which happened in the Oval Office.
Bernard, I wonder what you think about this moment in general when we look at the situation where Europe is being forced to step up, increase its defence spending, and think more broadly and act, I guess, given the United States has said, we're stepping back as far as your defence is concerned and you need to step up. Do you think this is some kind of moment of reckoning for Europe?
It is a moment of reckoning. It is a moment of truth. European peoples are discovering that a new America might be born, a new America who does not care about Europe, a new America who does not really care about democracy abroad. This might be the new situation of the world. So it's a huge wake-up call for Europe to defend ourselves, to defend our creed, our values, and to take the flame back in the hands of the European people of freedom and humanistic values. Yes, it is a real wake-up call. We were like sleepwalkers since decades, believing in the eternal American umbrella. We discover that America can be led by a man like Donald Trump, who hates Zelensky, who is able to humiliate a great hero in his office, and who probably does not like Europe, and who is a good mate, a good friend of Vladimir Putin. He might make the peace. I hope for that. I long for that with all my heart. But one thing is sure, which is sure, is that there is this link between Trump and Putin, this bromance between the two, this ideological affinity. And this for Europe is a real problem, because this man, whom we are seeing now on the screen, is a terrorist, is a war criminal. He committed so huge crimes in the last 3 years. Believe me, I was on the ground so many times in Ukraine. This man is hugely guilty. So hope American administration is discovering that too.
Bernard, always good to talk to you. Thank you very much for joining us here on the programme.
Thank you, Yalda.
This is The World with me, Yalda Hakim. Next up on the programme, why now? The Philippines sends former president to the International Criminal Court.